Okay, welcome everyone to this evening's reading of Out Among the Dragons by Dan Noonan. Just to give you a little bit of background on Dan Noonan, the playwright, he was born with severe hemophilia, and as a person living with several chronic health conditions, he likes to have characters with chronic health conditions in his plays, preferring a smartass cripple to a brooding leading man any day of the week. In one of his plays, he has a diabetic and a severe depressive on a blind date. And that was a show that was produced in Chicago and was highly recommended by the Chicago Tribune and the Chicago Reader. He has staged readings in several theaters around the Chicago area, and he has been a finalist and been semi-finalist in numerous playwriting competitions. And he is he has a BA in theater and political science from Boston College and an MA in theater from Northwestern University. And he currently resides in Evanston, Indiana, with his wife and 3 sons. Now I would like the cast to go ahead and introduce themselves before we get going.
Hi, hello, my name is Jamison Green, and I'll be playing Patrick.
Hi, my name is Ramirez, and I'll be playing Joe.
Hi, my name is Kayla Douglas, and I'll be playing Marie.
And I'm Terri Ferguson, and I'll be playing Helen.
Hi, I'm Bryan Douglas, and I will be Therapist 1, Coach Riley, Fallon, and Waiter.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Butler, and I will be playing Therapist 2, Trudy, and Arlene.
Hi, my name is Brayden Jake, and I'll be reading the stage directions.
Awesome. So if actors will go to places. Dun, 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 dun. Awesome. Cameras off. All right. And then stage directions, go ahead and read us on in.
Act 1, Scene 1. Setting. 3 areas are suggested. 2 separate therapist offices and the diner restaurant of the Sheraton Hotel. July, 1995. At Rise, Joe's therapist is a man, therapist number 1. Patrick's is a woman, therapist number 2. Much of the therapist's dialogue is to both of them. Patrick wears sweats, Joe wears a suede jacket. They've been sitting in silence for a while. Marie, an extremely unhappy waitress, waits on Helen, Patrick's mom, who already has a glass of white wine for lunch.
I'm a bad person. I wasn't sure if this was smoking section. Sneaking a quick one before Trudy gets here. Isn't President Clinton staying at this hotel during the convention next year when he runs for re-election? Let's not talk politics. Can I have a glass of water with a straw? Thank you so much.
Marie exits. Helen sips her wine and stares off.
Bitsy called. Every time he gets lucky with a girl, he calls and having a snack. He has to tell me about it. Apparently a receptionist at work pushed him into a supply closet and gave him a blowjob.
You know, there's a chance he might not be telling.
I know.
Old for July. Typical. Suede. Pretty nice, don't you think? Is something hanging out of my nose? My last therapy session. Last chance to fix my brain. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Tell me something random about your life.
My counselor from hemophilia camp died.
Anything.
I'm going to be a guest on Oprah.
You are? When?
I don't know.
His nickname was Captain Hemo. He was fearless. Live life to the fullest.
I just know I'll be on Oprah.
Even then, he got sick. He still got married, went to law school.
Any dreams lately?
Anything kinky?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah. I dreamt it was now, 1995, and I was elected the 7th gay president.
I dreamt I was having sex with the couch in our living room.
I've been killing myself trying to figure out who the other 6 were.
No, not on it, with it.
Reagan, Bush.
It's a comfortable couch, but shouldn't someone else be there?
But who are the other 4?
Marie enters carrying ice water with a straw.
I am such a pain. Would it be possible to have it without the ice?
Marie turns around and exits. Helen continues to drink wine.
Thank you.
With the time we have left, let's review.
Let's talk about
What brought you to
here.
therapy?
Are you kidding?
I'm not feeling very therapeutic.
This is my last session.
Humor me.
You're paying me a lot of money to sit in silence.
My mother is paying me.
Make it a short list.
Pretty please.
Oh God. Being HIV positive. Being a homo.
Sorry, you. My script is.
A stage directions. Let's go ahead and have you read in the lines until he gets back.
Okay. Being a hemo.
The loss of a parent.
My favorite excuse.
Me poor Irish mother who worked at the shelter.
Other things.
Thanks.
Feelings.
I know you have feelings.
You know me.
Me.
I get so
angry.
self-conscious.
Like
Sometimes when I walk,
Sometimes when I walk, my pill bottle rattles.
my ankle braces squeak.
This woman kept asking me for a Tic Tac.
All through my last job interview.
Do you have a Tic Tac? I totally need a Tic Tac.
Walk over to shake hands. Patrick makes a high-pitched squeak sounds. Walk back to my chair.
I said, no, it's AZT. Want some?
It sounded like a mouse farting. Marie enters with water, no ice.
Thank you. I have another crazy request. I'm on this diet where I'm supposed to drink 12 glasses of water a day at room temperature. I know. Could I get just a slice of lemon?
Marie exits with the water.
Sorry, we're big tippers.
Okay.
okay. Are you sleeping?
Never heard of it.
12 hours a night.
Eating.
Eating?
I've been eating too much.
Martinis.
Now I just snap when I'm hungry. Works beautifully.
Terrific.
Terrific. Thanks for working with me.
Come on. What else brought you to therapy?
Don't like hanging out with my friends.
Drove my friends away.
I need to do something constructive with my brain. I do have a degree, and let's not forget pain,
Sickness.
suffering, death.
Death.
This is fun.
I'm going to miss therapy.
You need to remember what you deal with.
Joe and Patrick nod. Marie enters with water with lemon, but no straw.
You're a lifesaver. Didn't there used to be a straw?
Marie grabs the water and exits.
You were going to try to meet people. Any progress?
I met someone who works at an AIDS organization. We talked.
I keep going to the clinic on Tuesdays to see that girl.
Great.
How was the
How was the conversation?
I didn't talk to her.
She liked my ideas, but said funding them would be tough.
What is your gut telling you?
I can do it. I was raised to be successful.
I wonder how she got it.
And I was taught true success only comes through helping others.
Maybe from an operation?
Be a man for others. My dad's motto. I don't care. I can still use it.
Maybe from a boyfriend?
And if I get it down, I have that cognitive interruption thing that you taught me.
I saw her when I went to the clinic on Tuesday once.
Me and my mom at the beach. get to a better place.
Hemos go on Thursday. They separate us from everybody else.
People like my ideas. I just need to find a way to fund them.
On Tuesdays, the guys look, gay.
There's a ton of money at the high school I teach at.
I don't want her to think I'm gay or a heroin addict.
Lots of fundraising.
I'm sorry.
Do we have you
Okay.
back, bud?
Yeah, I thought I thought we was on page 12. I'm not sure what page we're on.
We're on page 10.
Page 10.
We're on your line. Who wants to date a heroin addict?
Thank And who wants to date a heroin addict? I need a job.
I need to ingratiate myself. Tap those resources for my project. Speaking of which, it's time I write your last check.
While Patrick talks, Joe searches for his checkbook, finds it, writes out a check.
All I do is lie around, think about sex, and get free hopes. Any commercials with an attractive woman, and it totally turns me on. Dishwasher detergent, Glade, paper towels. It's kind of weird when I see my mom clean now. Am I becoming a pervert?
Wanting to have sex is a good thing. It's healthy.
It can't be healthy to masturbate 3 times a day.
My pen ran out.
Why not?
Wow, you're good at your job. Because it hurts my elbows.
Here, use this one.
Hands Joe a pen.
Buy something from a sex store catalog.
Wow, you are really good at your job.
Wow, nice pen.
Is Trudy still leaving Playboys behind the furnace like your dad used to?
Yeah,
I love Trudy.
she's nuts. A regular girl wouldn't have sex with me. It has to be a girl who's got HIV. The girl at the clinics needs to know I have hemophilia and that I'm normal. Well, sort of normal.
You can find a way to tell her that.
Excuse me, I'm a bleeder. Do you have a Band-Aid?
Here you go.
Keep it.
Thanks. Not because you feel sorry for me?
Therapist 2 shakes his head no. Patrick looks at his watch.
Almost time for your show.
Yeah, I gotta go. Today might be a big all my children. Natalie gets put up in the well, and her evil twin Janet put her there so she couldn't steal Natalie's husband. Let me give you this check. Hold on. I can find it.
Patrick starts to look for the check, searches everywhere in his backpack.
You're welcome to come back anytime. Check in next year. I always keep a light schedule in March, so I can enjoy Lent.
Don't worry. I won't go into Super Bowl party mode like when my mom died. I don't want to be just another angry gay man. I want to contribute because, let's face it, I have no excuse for getting HIV.
Except that you're human.
Well, I'm smarter than that, and I was raised better. I need to leave a legacy mom would be proud of.
Marie enters with ice water with lemon and a straw.
You're brave to come back. I'll order for Trudy and me, and so we'll be out of your hair. She sometimes runs over at her plastic surgeons. Shh, just let me check a couple Weight Watcher points.
Helen continues to read the menu. Marie just stands there.
Ah, found it.
Patrick and Joe hand over their checks.
Can you not cash this until the 15th, then cash it as soon as the bank opens?
Sometimes
I'm surprised
that I'm still around.
that I'm not dead.
I wonder how many months I have left.
Think positively.
I'm going to change the lives of people with AIDS.
I'm going to get laid.
It's not going to happen.
Is there a heart healthy section?
Marie points to a different page in the menu.
Thank you. Almost ready.
I have to ask, are you gay?
Do you want me to be gay?
I'm going to cruise the clinic Tuesday. Pray to St. Jude.
I pay you $90 an hour, so as far as I'm concerned, you're gay.
They get up to leave.
St. Jude.
I'm proud of you, Joe.
Pardon saints of hopeless causes, I guess. I gave you an extra $5 for letting me flirt.
Keep your eye on Oprah.
See you next week.
Patrick and Joe exit.
Okay, quickly. I would love another glass of wine. And can I have two? What is that?
Marie sticks her hand in a glass of water, takes some things out, examines it.
It's part of the lemon. Crap!
Marie exits with a glass of water. End of scene. Act 1, Scene 2. Setting: waiting room of an infectious disease clinic, July 1995. At Rise, Joe sits, corrects papers. Helen enters carrying Patrick's backpack.
Mom, give me my backpack.
Joe recognizes Helen. He turns away, at first not wanting her to see him.
Mom, I can carry it. Give me my backpack.
I just transfused you for an elbow bleed. It's too sore. Where do you want to sit?
I need $40 for the copay today and last time. I didn't have any money last time either.
I'll have to write a check. You don't have any money?
My money is your money.
Patrick pulls a pack of cigarettes out of Helen's purse.
I'm a terribly weak, pathetic person. Oh, fudge. My pen won't work.
I have a pen. Here.
Oh, thank you. This is a very nice pen.
Don't I know you from somewhere?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I do. St. Benedict's in Winnetka. You're there a lot.
Yes, I'm on the women's board.
You raise a lot of money for charities with the spring fundraiser. It's impressive.
We try.
I teach history there. Last year was my first year. Do you have any kids who go there?
No, I did. 3. He's my baby. When did you graduate from St. Benedict's?
87.
Hey, we're almost the same age. I'm 24, graduated high school in 89.
You only graduated high school 6 years ago? I graduated 600 years ago.
Helen offers Joe the pin back.
Thanks.
Yes.
Keep it.
I'm not going to keep it. It's a nice pen.
Helen holds it out until Joe takes the pin.
I have to tell you, I love your jacket.
Thanks. It's an antique from the 60s.
I know, I'm an antique from the 60s. I have to go. I'm meeting Trudy. Here are the keys. Are you okay to drive?
Yes.
There's a sale at Talbot's, no telling when I'll be home. Why don't I take the backpack with me?
No, now go.
Okay, I'll see you at home. Nice to meet you, Joe. I'm Helen. He's Patrick.
Oh, hi, I'm Joe Fallon.
Oh, I've heard your name. I've heard good things about you. Too bad we're meeting here. Are you okay?
I'm doing fine.
Good. I'm sure I'll be seeing you around. St. Benedict's.
I look forward to it.
And don't worry, I'll keep this little encounter between us.
Helen exits. Finished with Patrick's magazine. Marie tosses it down. Joe observes Patrick. Patrick watches TV. Steals a glance at Marie.
Excuse me. Do you know what time it is?
It's 12:10.
Oh, I was asking her. I mean, I didn't mean to bother you that I wanted to bother her either. Thanks for the time. Can you believe Natalie is still in the well? I thought for sure Dimitri was going to find her yesterday. I watched all my children in college, you know. I have a secret. I like Janet, her evil twin, more than Natalie.
Doesn't everybody?
Marie smiles at Joe. Frustrated, Patrick rifles through his backpack. He pulls out a bag of sour balls and struggles to open it. Pulling it with all his might, Patrick rips open the bag open. Sour balls go all over the floor. Marie laughs. Patrick panics. He gets on the floor to pick them up. Joe helps him.
Don't worry, I got it. Bad leg? What happened?
Genetics.
What do you mean?
It's a long, boring story.
Patrick notices Marie looking at them.
I hope you don't mind my asking, but are you a hemophiliac?
Hemophiliac? Yes, I am. I'm a hemophiliac.
That's awesome. I'm working on something. I wanted to talk to one of you guys.
Really? You probably don't know what hemophilia is.
I know a little.
Let me explain. You have hemophilia? Really? You're just like any normal guy.
I'm sure.
Patrick turns toward Marie, who is making most of the attention.
Except that your blood is missing a factor that makes it clot. Everybody thinks hemophiliac is you get a paper cut and you'll bleed to death. That's not true. Small cuts are not no big deal. The main problem is joint bleeds, especially those you use a lot, like your knee.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Why do you keep looking over there?
Oh, hemophilia is nothing to be afraid of.
Sounds like it.
Well, let me give you more detail. In order to stop bleeds, I give myself a blood transfusion of clotting factors at home. It takes about 15 minutes, no big deal.
Wow, that's cool.
I got HIV through a blood transfusion. That's why I'm here at the clinic.
Oh, well, I'm here because I sleep with men.
What? I don't know about that. So the message is hemophilia is manageable, no big deal. I'm just like a normal guy, you know. I like sports and girls.
Hey, can we have lunch?
What?
Can we have lunch?
You know I'm not gay.
I figured that out. The sweatpants. Here are your balls. Catch.
Joe tosses Patrick his bag of sour balls. They all can't help but to laugh.
You think he's funny, huh?
Marie nods. Arlene enters. She wears spiked heels, fishnet stockings, black miniskirt, leopard skin spandex top, heavy makeup, pointy glasses, and a beehive hairdo. She also wears a small white nurse's coat.
Hey kids, Dr. Stengel called. He will be at least another 2 hours. He had an emergency. Apologies all around.
Crap.
But Eileen, sweet buns, I have a Cubs game.
Sorry, lover. I know baseball's your thing.
Arlene exits. Marie starts to exit.
You're leaving?
Yeah. Bye.
Marie licks her fingers and makes a ringlet in Joe's hair before she exits.
Bye.
Patrick sits dejected.
Sorry. Wasn't very helpful when you were trying to pick her up.
I wasn't trying to. Was it obvious?
Yeah.
Do you think she knew?
Yeah.
Oh God. I'm so embarrassed.
Don't be. Trying to pick up a girl that's positive? Now that's thinking ahead. Very cool.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Real cool. I mean, girls love it when I'm talking about my genetic bleeding disorder.
be easier.
You know, I have one chapter left in my book, and I would really like to finish it. So, if you don't mind, maybe I'll just.
Oh, sure. Yeah. What are you reading?
Patrick holds up his book.
Ah, Teddy Roosevelt. Interesting. He had lots of health problems when he was a kid.
Patrick nods his head, starts to read. Joe tries to go back to his work, but can't.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to bother you, but I'd really like to talk to you about this project I'm working on for people with HIV.
What kind of project?
Actually, that's a good question. I have what I think are two incredible ideas. I have to choose one, but it's hard because I'm passionate about both. I keep vacillating.
What are your ideas?
Okay, ready? One is to create a magazine for people with HIV. It will cover everything: drugs, public policy, inspiration, everything. Help people advocate for themselves. Sound cool?
Yeah.
Great. Now, the other idea, and this one kind of tugs at my heart a little more, is for people who can't receive the magazine because they don't have a home. I want to create housing for homeless people with AIDS. If you don't have housing, then the rest doesn't matter, right? That's what I should probably do, but I won't reach as many people. One thing I do know is that it will be more effective if I have people like you involved. I'd like to give you more details, and maybe your mom too at some point. Do you have plans for today? I've got a great idea. Come with me to the Cubs game. You look like you have the day off work.
Yeah, today I'm off work.
Great. Come with me.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Must be strange having this gay guy ask you to a Cubs game. I teach your old school. How bad could I be? And don't worry, I don't date guys who wear sweatpants. I'm kidding.
Right. You like the kid. I'll go, but I have to keep my regular appointment. They're checking my T cells.
You can skip one appointment. They'll check your T cells next time.
That will be a few weeks from now. I can't wait not knowing. You can't wait not knowing your T cells. That will be risky.
Liberating?
I feel too uncertain.
Everything in our lives is uncertain, except the ending. Were your T cells low last time?
They dropped last time. I'm a little concerned.
My T cells were good last time, 317. What were yours?
They go up and down.
I know guys who've been running on T cell fumes for years. How bad were they?
I don't know. I really don't remember.
Bull, I told you mine. I know you know. You probably have a big T cell chart hanging on your wall.
It's not hanging on my wall.
Tell me.
548.
548. 548? You have more T cells than I do. I can't believe we're even talking about this.
But I had more time before.
I'm going to ask you something, and I want you to be honest. Are you not going because of your T cells or because I'm this pushy gay guy?
T cells.
Really?
Really?
Okay, then. That settles it. You have to go to the game. You have a responsibility to live life.
Joe starts to pack up.
T cells over 500 are great, which means we have 48 T cells to play with. We'll be drinking some beers.
I can't drink.
Hey, Arlene, can we schedule other appointments?
Arlene enters with the calendar.
Instead of leaving, I put you down for appointments in 5 weeks.
5 weeks?
Bank hot stuff.
Walker.
Arlene exits.
I know you're trying to help, but if I leave, I'll be in a panic for 5 weeks.
He had been out among the dragons, and they were not so hideous as he had imagined them.
What?
I'm a history teacher. My freshmen are reading the Red Badge of Courage. The kid in the books thrown into battle. At first, he's scared, but he becomes a fighter. Be a fighter.
Patrick sits down.
I'm a fighter.
Fighters aren't afraid to go to Cubs games. Would your mom not want you to go?
That wouldn't matter.
It's a beautiful day. Morgan is starting, which means Myers will probably get in. He might hit another fan. You don't want to miss that. Don't you want to do one cool thing before you die? I know several positive women who will be helping with me with this project. Several very attractive, positive women. I'd love to introduce you.
I said 120.
Yeah,
I'm in.
great.
Patrick starts to pack up.
So you have the tickets to the game?
No, but we can scout them outside Murphy's.
Scout them. Isn't that illegal?
Who's the pansy here?
Joe notices Patrick has difficulty with his leg.
Ouch. Is it your knee?
And ankles.
Are you going to be able to go?
A little walking is okay. Lots of standing isn't so great. With sitting, nah, that's my specialty.
You can sit while I scout the tickets.
As they walk out,
Ooh, I don't know if I can stay for the whole game. I have an appointment later.
With who?
Jeopardy.
Jeez.
as they exit,
Tournament of Champions.
end of scene. Act 1, Scene 3. Setting: Sheraton Hotel Bar, downtown Chicago. August 1995. Midnight. At Rise, Joe is dressed as Mary Ann from Gilligan's Island. Sits at a table. Patrick, dressed as Gilligan, enters. He sings the last line of the song.
The professor and Marianne here on Gilligan's Island.
Where is she? We need shots.
Shots. I can't. I'm still drunk from last night. I was so drunk. I fell asleep with honey roasted peanuts in my mouth. When I woke up, I thought my teeth were falling out.
I'm glad to see that you're finally gotten your drinking out of control.
I was afraid my liver was getting soft.
You want your liver soft, moron. You're really cutting loose. You haven't mentioned your T cells all week.
Life is to be lived. It's cool being undercover, like the CIA. Do you think she recognized us?
No, she's too busy.
How did you find out she works here?
Wasn't easy, patient confidentiality. Lucky for you, Arlene loves my ass. Thanks for taking me to Trudy's party last night.
It's the least I can do. You organize all the games we go to.
I've never been to a costume party on a yacht before.
It wasn't a yacht, just a big sailboat. How do you get a costume so fast?
Oh, the top is from the thrift store. Then I put ponytails in one of my share wigs.
One of your share wigs? What do you mean one of your share wigs?
You don't have a share wig?
No. Why? Do you?
I'm share every Halloween.
The more I know you, the more I'm afraid of you.
I'll let you on a little secret. There are two types of gay men in the world. Those who want to be Madonna and those who want to be Cher.
What's the difference?
An Academy Award.
Marie, their waitress, comes to the table. She is pleasant, energized. She wears a flower in her hair.
Marianne, Gilligan, you look like you need another round.
Oh, Lovey, you read my mind. 2 more beers and we'd like to order some shots.
You made it off the island to celebrate, right?
Precisely. We would like 3 buttery nipples. Do you like buttery nipples?
Oh yeah, smooth.
1 for me, 1 for Bob Denver, and Bob would like to buy you 1.
How thoughtful. But I can't drink on the job. I'll bring this 3rd shot anyway. You manly men can arm wrestle for it. Be back in a flash.
What's your name?
Ginger.
Marie exits.
Buttery nipple? Buttery nipple. I can't believe you said that right in front of her.
Well, when she comes back, I'm telling her you need a screaming orgasm.
No, oh God. This is so much fun.
This whole night has been fun. Your mom and Trudy are a riot. Have you asked them if the women's board will do my project?
Have you decided which one you want to do?
I'll do whatever the board wants. Their support would be so balls out.
They're both great ideas, but they're both big NASA-like projects, don't you think?
Make no small plans, especially with our prospects.
Yep. Yeah, but a magazine, you have to hire a whole staff, get it written, put in perfume samples. That can take forever. And housing, you're probably talking years before people move in. Since we don't know how long we'll be around, shouldn't we do something simpler that we can do right sooner than later?
You said we. I like it. What's been going on in that overly idle mind of yours?
Let's just tell it like it is. Having a strong sex drive is healthy.
It is?
Yes. my therapist says so. And you know who's having the most sex? Teenagers. I'm lying there watching TV and they're all getting laid. All of them. 90210, Party of Five. Even the girls on Full House have boyfriends. What we should do is create like a safe thing for high school kids, don't you think?
Would your mom and Trudy support that?
Honestly, they feel so sorry for me. They support anything I want that I was even into.
Really? Yeah, I bet I could create a program that would educate kids and not freak out adults. I know I could. Homos start blossoming in high school. They need to be educated. All kids do. Oh, we can hire a PR firm and get the media involved. Oh, they'll eat it up.
The media. You want to get the media involved?
Yeah, our stories will make it more powerful.
Marie brings their drinks.
Here you go. Beers for the guys and 3 very rich, slippery, buttery nipples.
You sure you can't do a quick shot?
Positive. And besides, I want Gilligan to have my nipple.
Thanks.
Well, it's almost quitting time. Got any plans?
Sorry, I'm all booked up.
Boyfriend?
It's policy that we not fraternize with customers. My manager doesn't like it. Thanks for the offer, but I got a good book at home.
So, you're all booked up by a good book.
Right. Almost last call. Why don't I put in another round for you boys? Up for it?
We're always up for it.
A waiter comes up to Marie.
Hey, Foulmouth, this table's in my section. I have expensive dental work.
You were swamped.
That's because I do my side work. If you did yours, you wouldn't have time to be a table hog. The napkin holders are empty.
I heard you took a call for me. My real estate guy?
Bryan told you to stop getting personal calls at work.
What did he say?
He can get you in to see another studio tomorrow.
Awesome. What'll it be, castaways? 2 more beers?
And your sister Linda called.
Shut up. My sister Linda?
Marie reaches for the note. She knocks Joe's beer into his lap. Joe hops up.
Look what you did. You ruined his outfit.
Damn it. I am so sorry.
Marie tries to dry Joe off.
It's because you're a table hog. Table hog.
Oh, calm down, Mad Dog. I'm fine.
Waiter exits.
Don't worry about it.
Thanks. You're nice.
Your sister Linda, huh? Don't you hate it when your family tracks you down?
This last round's on me. I should settle up your tab before it gets too crazy.
Sure.
Patrick gives her a big bill.
Here. This ought to cover it. Keep the change.
Wow. Thanks, little buddy. I'll be back with your beers.
Marie exits.
Big tipper. Your mom gave you that money, didn't she?
Yeah. She seems nice. Sort of like us. Maybe did she get it from an operation?
Or maybe she used to be a hooker.
A hooker? No. Why do you think that? She doesn't seem like a hooker.
Which means she was probably a good hooker. Everyone didn't grow up like us.
All I want is one beautiful bosom HIV positive baby. Is that asking so much?
I've been working on my contacts. One positive woman moved away. Another,
What about Holly? Wasn't there a Holly?
yeah, sweet girl, infected by her boyfriend.
Perfect. What about her?
She died.
Oh, well, that got rid of my erection. My life is futile and pathetic.
No, it's not. You came up with a brilliant idea tonight. You're turning into Captain Hemo. I'm starting to be able to see this. We'll start at St. Benedict's, a Catholic school, which will really give the media an angle.
The media? You'll go public at a school?
Hell yeah, we're starting a movement.
You didn't seem so comfortable at the party when Coach Riley saw you in that getup.
Well, I didn't know he'd be there. He doesn't like me. He walked into the teacher's lounge when the theater teacher was flirting with me.
The theater teacher's gay?
I found it shocking too, but I've handled his type before. Just because I'm wearing a soiled skirt does not mean I'm not a tough guy. One time, I beat up 2 guys at once.
You did. When?
I was coaching baseball at my old high school. 2 punks I went to school with showed up at practice and started to heckle me. I went after them with a baseball bat. Bam! Missed bashing one guy's head in by this much. Broke his collarbone.
Really? Wow. I never been in a fight. Why were they heckling?
It was a big deal in high school. They were probably psyched when they found out.
Found out?
They were calling me sissy, homo, faggot, that sort of thing.
Really?
The glamour of being gay.
Right there in front of the kids? What jerks? Joe, I'll talk to my mom and Trudy about the fundraiser.
Really? Oh man, that would be awesome. Do you think they'll do it?
Sure. They're the Mother Teresa types. They'll help everyone. Leapers, baby seals, share, impersonators. I want to help too, but I can't. So there's no way I can be public about,
I know. I get it.
I can never speak in front of a big group of people anyway, and certainly not about this.
Don't worry about it.
I definitely want to do about.
Great. We're going to do this. Nights like tonight make you forget about how things are going to end. Tonight, I feel like I can change the world.
Marie comes to the table with their drinks.
I just want to get laid. Hi.
Hi. Here you go, gentlemen. Thank you for the very generous tip. But I really need this job, so I would appreciate it if my clinic buddies went somewhere else to party. I don't want to see you in here again. Have a good evening.
Marie exits. End of scene. Act 1, Scene 4. Setting, hallway outside St. Benedict's Gym. The Sports Hall of Fame hangs on the wall. August 1995. At Rise, Patrick sits, reading his Theodore Roosevelt book. His backpack and a beach towel. Helen stands behind him, her hand gently rubbing his shoulder. Helen wears her swimsuit, shorts, and carries a big bag. Coach Riley enters with his playbook.
Hello, Coach Riley.
Hello there. The women's board doing water aerobics again.
Our annual attempt to get in shape. Thanks for letting us use the school's pool.
Our pool is your pool.
And Coach, I just heard about your niece. I'm so sorry.
Thanks. I can't really talk about it. When stuff happens to kids, I get.
Can I have keys for 2 lockers? A friend and I are going to the pool too.
Sure, no problem. Be right back.
Coach Riley exits. Patrick stands, paces.
How do you feel?
Same as I did 5 minutes ago. Where are they? Their meeting was this morning. Why haven't we heard from them?
Helen shrugs. Helen takes out her carrot sticks and holds them like cigarettes.
Are you still nauseous?
Patrick nods yes.
Is it from the medicine or the beer?
Patrick shrugs.
Let's say it's from the beer. That's more fun. You and Joe were out late again.
I told him it was for sure. Trudy has to do this.
Sit. It's not good for you to be standing so much. You should eat something. How about
Helen pulls pound cake from her bag. Patrick doesn't see.
some pound cake?
Pound cake? Gross.
Helen puts the pound cake back.
What do you have a taste for?
What do you have a taste for?
A cigarette.
Don't even think about it.
It's nice Joe is showing you water exercises for your joints. Where did he find them?
Patrick shrugs. Helen pulls applesauce from her bag.
Want some applesauce?
Where would we get applesauce?
That's not the question. If we had applesauce, would you like some?
No, crazy lady. I don't know. Why? They had to talk. Why didn't you just say yes?
It might not be up to just Trudy.
I thought the Grand Poobah got to choose the charity.
Trudy told me Joe is gay. She has this thing called gay buzzer, gay detector.
Gaydar?
I couldn't tell. What do your friends think of Joe?
I don't see the guys this much anymore. I know if you noticed.
I'm sorry. Has there been a falling out or something?
They're busy. Work, girls.
You could still go out with them. I'm sure they'd like you to tag along.
I don't want to tag along.
Have you met Joe's friends?
Doesn't seem to have many.
What about its parents? What do they do?
Circus clowns.
That's nice. Come on, throw me a bone. Give me one interesting detail about his family.
His mom got crushed to death in a car accident right before their home.
What? Good Lord, how awful. What a thing to tell me.
You asked. On Wednesday night, she played cards with friends at the pub. One night was really icy.
How old was she?
I don't know.
Oh, that's so sad. Had she been drinking?
Joe just said his dad doesn't get it, and he sounds like the Lucky Charms guy, I guess. He was born in Ireland. Damn it. Sorry, Mom.
What?
I have to eat in an hour before I take my medications. I forgot.
Wait, if you could have anything in the world to eat right now, what would it be?
I don't know. Peanut butter?
Helen pulls out a peanut butter sandwich out of her bag.
Voila!
A peanut butter sandwich.
Patrick takes the sandwich and eats.
I know I can be a pain in the ass sometimes.
Sometimes?
You carry around a peanut butter sandwich just in case I want one? It's like I'm 3. Do you have my sippy cup in there too? How about a Playboy?
I knew it. I knew you would bring it up. It's not me. It's Trudy. It's all Trudy. She said the thought of you limping down to 7-Eleven was too much for her to bear.
Coach Riley enters.
Trudy says you're her hero.
He's my hero too. Your mug should be on a box of Wheaties.
I won the gold medal in the sleeping and drooling competition.
Well, here are your keys. Football team's in there. Summer practice.
Boys roughhousing noise from the locker room.
They're a little squirrely. Ignore them.
A louder roughhousing noises with a crash.
I'll be right back.
Coach Riley exits.
Joe's never late. Is Trudy usually late?
Trudy is always late.
You mean I'm always fashionably late? Helen, I'm in love. Hiya, hun. Hiya, hun. I have fallen in love with the most charming, noble, compassionate young man I have ever met. Present company excluded.
You're already married, Trudy.
I'll be a bigamist. You know I love my Howard Bear, but this adorable boy has simply swept me off my feet. What's a girl to do? Maybe he could just live with us.
Are you talking about Joe?
Yes, I could eat him up with 2 scoops of ice cream.
Are you going to do the prevention project?
Well, we talked about it over lunch at the Four Seasons.
You had lunch at the Four Seasons? Why were you at the Four Seasons?
Oh, I get so tired of the Drake. Oh, I just love being able to say that. I get so tired of the Drake. I had a life moment. Simply had to take him to the Four Seasons.
A life moment. Give me details.
We had a connection immediately. When I think of what he's going through and all he wants to do to help other people, I mean, here's my Prince Charming. He was parking my carriage.
Hey, everybody.
You two spent the whole day together?
We had the most balls out day from the moment I opened my front door. What's the first thing he says to me?
I love your
Petunias.
petunias.
Could I receive a better compliment?
That would be tops.
Liz Winthrop has been bad mouthing my petunias. She doesn't like me because I'm not purebred. Then Joe changed all the light bulbs in my house.
The ladder was in the foyer. I could see what she was doing.
I want you to move in. I do. You could have the room overlooking the pool. He has a reflex for kindness. He screwed in 11 light bulbs. I had to do something for him.
At first, she wanted to pay for my drugs.
We both had to go to Walgreens. Howard's traveling. I had to pick up his Beano.
They wouldn't take my credit card. It was so embarrassing.
I insisted on paying for them because, you know, I knew what they were probably for.
She knows about the HIV. Sorry, right. But I get paid Friday. I get paid Friday. I'm fine.
See, noble. So I took him to the Four Seasons.
What about the prevention project?
Joe told me all about it at lunch. You're so articulate. He talked about the first person he ever saw with AIDS. This boy living with one of his friends. Joe, could you?
He was living with my friend Lewis. I walked into this cramped old apartment and there was the old guy staring at the TV. Glazed look on his face, thin hair falling out, sores on his face. He looked 90. He was 19. Alfred Goodwin from Lancaster, Missouri. This quaint little river town that sold antiques. Had the perfect breeze, great place to grow old. He loved talking about it. He had to leave home when he was 14.
Alfred's family had kicked him out because he was different. So when he got sick, this other teenager, Lewis, had to take care of him. Makes me so sad.
Felt like I had to cheer her up. So I
took me on a tour of my old Southside neighborhood. We're both Southside Irish. Isn't that fun? He still lives on the South Side. I'm so jealous.
We grew up in the same type of bungalow, 3 blocks away. Drove all over the old neighborhood.
His old ball field, my old playing field, the Pepper Mill Lounge. We topped it off with a strawberry milkshake from the Top Notch on 95th. 1 shake, 2 straws. What a day.
Did you two make out at some point? Good grief. What about the fundraiser?
Coach Riley enters.
Hi, Coach Riley.
Well, hey there, pretty lady.
I played bridge with your mother, Joan, at the club last week. She cheats.
Oh, well.
It was wonderful. We won every hand.
Trudy, the fundraiser.
Well, if the girls go for it, I think we should go all out and do gay bingo. Have you heard of it? Gay bingo? It's so much fun. Gay bingo.
Joe, thanks for
Gave
showing
him
Patrick these exercises. Trudy, we gotta go. See you boys on the other side.
Joe's going to see me in my bathing suit. Oh, the end of another beautiful. Howard and me, when the weather gets bad, I'm serious. You live too far away. We're right next to the school. Have a huge guest bedroom. I'll even get you satin sheets.
Helen and Trudy exit into the girls' locker room.
You were really working it today.
Didn't have to. She's so nice.
Patrick and Joe head towards the boys' locker room.
Hey guys, hold up a minute. Let the football team clear out.
Why?
Oh, they're all rowdy in there. It should only take a couple of minutes.
It's a big locker room, coach.
Patrick and Joe move towards the locker room. Coach moves in front of them.
Just wait a few. They're roughhousing. It's all wet and slippery, Patrick. Come on, just wait.
Okay.
Cool. I'll meet you in there.
Aren't you gonna wait for Patrick?
No, you go on ahead.
Just wait.
You don't want me to go in there. Why? Why don't you want me to go in there?
That's not what I said.
No, but that's the truth. I'm going in there.
Just wait. Wait until they clear out.
This is bull. This is such bull.
Joe moves to go into the locker room. Coach Riley moves in front of him.
What are you doing, coach?
You have to wait
Why?
because there are kids in there.
Oh, get out of my way.
You're not going in.
Get the hell out of my way.
You're not going in until they're dressed and out.
Joe tries to go around Coach Riley. Coach Riley physically stops him. Joe and Coach Riley start to shove each other. As it escalates, Trudy enters.
Hey. Stop it. What's going on?
Coach won't let Joe into the locker room.
Because I'm a faggot.
Coach?
There are kids in there. I don't want him in there.
Joe would never hurt anybody.
I can't believe I'm even hearing this.
You cannot treat him like this. This man is my friend.
Why am I the only one who gets this? Fine. But I'm going to be in there the whole time.
Coach Riley exits into the boys' locker room. Joe storms into the locker room. Patrick follows. Trudy is alone. End of scene. Act 1, Scene 5. Setting: Office of Therapist 1, August 1995. At Rise, Marie is at his office.
This is a nice restaurant.
Oh God, here we go. Okay,
Chinese?
Chinese.
Well, it's great to be home for a visit.
So, what are you going to get?
Egg foo young.
My sister hates egg foo young. Thinks it's crap.
Kung Pao chicken?
I get chicken. Sweet and sour pork.
Got it.
Therapist 1 takes out a notepad and writes in it.
Hey! What are you doing?
I keep notes on all of my patients.
I am not one of your patients. I just came to your crappy office to practice. Put it away.
Therapist 1 puts the notepad away.
Sorry. Ready to try again?
Okay. It's great you're home for a visit. So, what are you going to get?
Sweet and sour pork. What about you?
Cashew chicken. I'm HIV positive. I was thinking, rip it off like a band-aid. I haven't seen her in 6 years. When she finds out what an idiot I am, the evening will be over. I don't want to slit my wrists on an empty stomach.
What about at the end of the meal?
Okay. Linda, I'm picking up the check. It's my treat because I'm HIV positive. This sucks. I can't tell her. There's no way I can go out with Linda tonight.
What about warming her up a little? Start with something like, Linda, I have something I want to talk to you about.
I tried that when I practiced alone. But if there's an intro, I start crying. I don't want to cry. Linda's going back to California tomorrow. Tonight's my last chance. I can't. This is crap. Coming to a shrink was a stupid idea. Taking that HIV test was an even stupider idea.
You're close to your sister, Linda?
You're nosy. Was 6 years ago.
And Linda's in town, staying at your mother's. What's your mother like?
I didn't come here to talk about that psycho. I came here to practice saying it with someone. That's all. That's what I'm paid for. Crap. Other people who come here, they just let you ask them questions.
Sometimes. Mostly, they talk to me.
About how crazy they are.
More or less.
Well, I'm not crazy. I just came here to practice telling my sister.
Makes sense. Not an easy thing to tell someone. How did you get my name and number? A friend? Phone book. Just walking by.
Arlene at the clinic.
So you asked Arlene for a therapist.
Isn't that what I just said? Crap.
I'll have to remember to thank Arlene.
People pay you to be a smartass?
No, people pay me to help them. But in order for me to do that, they usually have to talk to me.
This is weird. I'm leaving.
Don't leave.
I'll still pay you. I can afford this.
I'm sure. I'm not worried about that. You still have 40 minutes. Please.
I don't want to sit here and talk about the crap in my life.
We don't have to do that. We can talk about what's good in your life. You seem like a sharp person, like you have a lot on the ball.
I make good money. Pretty good, anyway.
You must to afford me.
Yeah, right. I like to swear. Got a problem with that?
Hell no.
I'm looking to buy a condo.
Oh, yeah?
In 6 months. I should be able to scrape together a small down payment. I got my eye on this studio in Edgewater Tower, 37th floor. When I buy it, I'm going to keep it spotlessly clean.
Tired of renting?
That's where I want them to find the body.
Your body?
I want my mother to find my body in a spotlessly clean condo with an incredible view.
Is that something you think about often?
Cool your jets, Mr. Shrink. I'm yanking your chain.
Oh, okay.
Therapist 1 puts his hand in his pocket.
Don't reach for the pen.
No. Anything else going on?
I went to the 95th, the restaurant on top of the Hancock, a couple weeks ago.
Oh, very nice. I've never been.
You should go. The food is good, but the view is incredible. When it's clear, you can see all the way across to Michigan. I went there at night, though. Looking at all the lights was cool. Even the steel mills in Gary sparkled, which is something because they stink like crap.
Who did you go with?
Nobody. Myself. I used to go with the trader all the time.
The trader?
Jesse. He works at the Board of Trade. When he'd have a good day, we'd go there to celebrate.
Jesse is your boyfriend.
No, he's a jackass. He was my boyfriend. Big man from the board of the table.
Why isn't he your boyfriend anymore?
He's the only person I've told that I'm positive. You do the math.
Does your sister Linda know Jesse?
She hated him. We had this big fight about it. Then she moved to California. Jesse dumped me when I told him I had HIV. Now I hate sex. Sex sucks. I told Jesse because I wanted to make sure he didn't get it. Because he treated me so well. I really loved him. Turns out Linda was right about him.
Wow, that must have been rough. How long were you together? Are you yanking my chain again?
No, I'm not yanking your chain. Crap. I tell you about my life and you get all sarcastic.
I'm sorry. I
Cool it. I'm yanking your chain. Bet you're dying to touch your pen now.
Okay. How did you meet Jesse?
You ask a lot of questions.
Occupational hazard.
I gotta go. $90, right?
She takes out $90.
What about talking to Linda? I feel like you should tell her you're positive. You need someone in your corner.
Linda's perfect. You know the type. Goes to church regular. Telling her would be stupid. I'm not going to do it.
I think it would be good for you to have somebody to talk to.
Really? Trying to drum up some business for yourself? I gotta save my money for my condo.
Oh, I wasn't trying to.
Right. I haven't told anybody else for 5 years. Why start now?
You haven't told anybody you're positive?
People pay you to repeat things.
Linda coming back to town again?
Maybe for Easter. That's what my mom said on my machine. If they haven't found my body by then.
I think you should work towards telling her. You don't have to see me. Just sounds like she'd be a good person to tell.
Maybe. Maybe I'll come back before her visit and we can play pretend again.
If that's what you want. I keep a light schedule in March, so I can enjoy Lent.
I said maybe. You want to know how I got HIV?
Okay.
I bet you do.
Marie starts to exit.
You can touch your pen now.
Marie exits. End of scene. Act 1, Scene 6. Setting. Sunroom at Helen and Patrick's house. The Friday before Labor Day. Noon. At Rise, Joe listens to music as he paints. Helen enters with a lunch tray. She sets the tray on the table and turns down the music.
Break time. Lunch is ready.
Oh, wow. You didn't have to do that. No crusts. I love it.
You're painting my sunroom. It's the least I can do. The color you picked is so vibrant. It's so not me. I am going to pay you for this.
No, I refuse to take.
No, I insist.
Okay, I'm going to finish it today. I want to finish it before school starts Tuesday.
I only mentioned I needed this room painted once, and here you are.
Why didn't you go to the board meeting this morning?
I didn't like the sweet rolls Trudy was bringing. I'm watching my grandkids.
Helen gestures to the other room.
Trudy is pitching my project today. Have you heard from her?
No.
Probably not a good sign. It's been over a while. I had a feeling they wouldn't go for it.
Why not?
Well, my run-in with Coach Riley got around, and the fundraiser doesn't have to be affiliated with the school.
What about an AIDS organization in the city?
Well, they're overextended. All I need is the support of people with money, and I do all the work. Throw it at a VFW hall or
Joe, you need to eat. Sit, eat, please. I don't know what my problem is. I can't believe I haven't thanked you for getting Patrick that job at Blockbuster. Working in that office was a disaster. The typing gave him elbow bleeds. He took a break when his dad got cancer. Anyway, thank you.
no problem. Lewis, my most endearing old boyfriend, was glad to help. I explained Patrick's situation. Lewis said Patrick can just sit behind the counter and ring people up. It's perfect. Patrick's seen every movie ever made.
3 times. Also, thank you for respecting Patrick's privacy in regard to your project. He doesn't need more challenges. With HIV, people, make associations, assumptions.
Oh, I know.
I didn't mean to offend you.
You didn't. You're being honest.
Patrick was so grumpy this morning. You've been good for him. You understand things I can't.
You take great care of him.
Who takes care of you?
I do.
Can't be easy.
Well, it's good when you know you can take care of yourself.
Patrick said you lost your mom. What was she like?
Sweet. Typical mom. Funny, self-deprecating. She would take us to the beach a lot. Let me and my brother run around like wild men. You have beautiful beaches up here. Do you go much?
I haven't been to the beach since Patrick was little.
You have grandkids. You should go.
I should. What about your dad, Joe? Do you see him?
No.
Not at all?
No.
That just seems like such a shame. Isn't there any way you two can mend fences?
No. It's the gay thing.
I'm sure it's difficult. I'm no expert, but other parents and children, they find a common ground.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Why not?
My dad won't acknowledge who I am. He pities me.
Why do you say that?
If you saw his face when I told him I was gay, you'd understand. Afterwards, he treated me like I was sick, like one of his corporal works of mercy.
Corporal works of mercy?
Doing something physical to help people, feeding the poor, visiting the sick.
It's none of my business, but I think you should give your dad another chance. There, I said it. How old were you when your mom died?
17.
So young, you must miss her.
Oh, I do. But I got people like you making me sandwiches with no crusts, so.
That's what I do. Now about this Blockbuster. It's terrific, but I'm concerned full-time will be too much. Who decides his hours?
Patrick enters wearing beach attire and sweatpants.
Not my mother, not Patrick's mother.
We'll see. I made some lunch.
Leave us alone. Joe and I need to talk.
I'm thinking about going to get ice cream.
You were kind of short.
She walked in on me in the bathroom this morning. Would you like blueberries or strawberries with on your pancakes? I was like, get the hell out of here. Arlene's going home to New York for a month. I should get my T cells before she goes.
Well, call her. We have time before we meet Frank and his HIV positive lady friend at the beach.
Why are we meeting them at the beach?
I love the beach.
Did you find out anything about her?
No. Frank and I have been trading messages. Her name is Meryl.
Meryl? Meryl. It is a woman. We should leave. I want to get there early.
We don't need to get there 2 hours early.
I want to get there early to get a good spot. Grass under a tree.
Why?
You know why. With the medicine, I can't be in the sun too long.
Wear sunblock.
I will, but if I'm too hot, I'll sweat. Then the sunblock runs into my eyes and I'll start tearing up. I don't want to be tearing up when I meet Meryl. We need to leave now.
Sit. We're not leaving now. This is about calling Arlene.
If I call Arlene, my T cells are bad. I'll be too freaked out to meet Meryl. On the other hand, if I don't get them today, I'll be freaked out for a month. God, I hate these choices.
We'll have another nurse give them to you.
Arlene's the only one I feel comfortable freaking out with. Let's go. If we go now, the decision will be out of my hands.
Sit. We're not going now. I have to finish painting.
You can do that later. If we don't leave, I'll obsess.
You're already obsessing.
I'll obsess more.
Helen enters.
Boys, I have great news. I called Trudy to find out about the board meeting. She gave a great pitch on your behalf, Joe. And guess what? They are going to do the AIDS prevention project.
What? That's unbelievable. Are you sure?
Positive. Trudy told them she would personally bring in 75% of the bingo prizes. That got their attention. Nobody likes groveling for prizes.
Oh, I can help her grovel.
Me too. I it's about time we get this thing going.
I'm really happy for you, Joe. It looks like you're on your way. I'm going to drop the girls off and then I'm going to get us some ice cream.
Helen exits.
Oh, this is so incredible. It's fate. It's totally fate. All because I met you.
No big deal. Let's go to the beach.
No, it's 2 hours from now. We've got good karma. Call Arlene.
You're right. I should, but I can't. I can't. Come on, let's go, please.
Joe picks up the phone and starts dialing.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Don't let lab stats run your life. Hello, is Arlene there?
No, you're not. Stop it, Joe. I don't have my good luck charm.
Better get it fast.
Lights up on Arlene answering the phone at the clinic.
This is Arlene.
Looking at the chart, talking to someone off stage.
Why did he check qualitative? He wants quantitative.
Hi, Arlene. It's Joe Fallon.
Oh my God.
Patrick exits the room quickly.
Hiya, hot stuff. What's going on?
Talking to someone off stage.
He rushes. He needs to pay more attention to what he's doing.
I'm calling for Patrick O'Donnell's T cells.
Well, silly question. Why isn't he calling?
He went to get his dad's hunting cap.
Well, that clears that up.
Talking to someone off stage.
Like I have time to double check all his work. Do you want your results, Joe?
Are they back already? I was just in there.
I saw your file here. I should give them to you. It will save time.
Sure.
Huh. The down, Joe. A lot. Last time you were 317. Now they're 47, Joe.
47? It's only 2 numbers. There have always been 3 numbers.
This may be a fluke. I'm going to show these to Dr. Stengel. How are you feeling?
Fine. Great. What am I supposed to do?
Well, try not to worry. Some people have a low count and then shoot right back up again. And a new drug cocktail is coming out soon. Looks very promising.
Arlene speaks to someone new off stage.
No, do not lower your jeans. I do not want to see your lesions. This is not an examining room. Joe, can you hold for a moment?
Sure.
Arlene exits. Joe sets the phone down. He starts painting. Patrick enters wearing his dad's hunting cap.
Hello? Arlene?
Patrick, you want your T cells?
Right.
I have them right here. Your T cells are 557.
557. That's just 9 more than last time.
So it is. Patrick, I have to run. We're a little heavy on the dementia here today. Tell Joe I'll have someone call him on Tuesday. I'll be out of town.
And good luck with your grandmother's hip replacement.
And it should be divine. See you when I get back, Bubala. Bye.
Lights down on Arlene. Patrick hangs up.
Arlene says someone will call you on Tuesday. What about?
Panel discussion with the kids. I'm going to have to ask one of the doctors to be on it.
Not more T cells than last time. I got so anxious now. Have diarrhea for nothing. Life is good for another 2 months. Can we go? I like to pick a spot in the shade.
I'm painting.
You don't have to draw that now. It can wait. Come on, let's go.
Look, I can't go today. I have a lot more painting to do. The trim and the whole thing needs another coat.
What? You have to go. I don't know these people. You have to. Forget about painting.
I promise your mom I finished today.
Forget the painting. They're doing the prevention project. You don't have to do everything for everybody.
What does that mean?
You don't have to be Mr. Nice Guy doing everything for everybody. You can relax. I know it's one of the reasons you've been hanging out with me. It's okay.
I've been trying to help. Do you really think the only reason Forget it. Forget it.
Joe paints.
Look, I'm sorry. Let's forget it and go to the beach.
I'm not going.
You have to go, Joe. You have to.
Oh, stop whining. I'm not your mother. Be a man and go by yourself.
I can't go by myself. I don't know these people. I'll be too nervous. I need your help. Why won't you help me?
Don't you ever get tired of being so pathetic? You always need so much help. Just because your mom wipes your ass doesn't mean I'm going to. Get out of here. I have work to do. Did you hear me? Get the hell out.
Angry, Joe knocks over the lunch tray. Patrick backs away. After a beat, Joe starts to clean up. Patrick watches.
Arlene gave you your T cells?
Joe starts to paint again.
Yeah.
What are they?
47.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. What can I do?
Nothing. Things are going to start happening to me now.
They could go up. People's do.
I'm going to try and pull it together so we can go to the beach.
We're not going to the beach.
I have to work harder now. Faster and harder.
Maybe if we change medication.
Shut up. Just shut up.
Joe turns up the music and paints. Patrick sits awkwardly in silence. End of scene. End of Act 1. Act 2, Scene 7. Setting. Over 2 months later. 2 separate therapist offices. November 1995. At Rise, Marie's therapist is therapist number 1. Patrick's is therapist number 2. Marie taps her foot.
You seem a little down.
Patrick shrugs, looks at his watch.
We still have a few minutes.
Didn't expect to hear from you until spring.
Thanks for agreeing to see me last minute. Sorry I got here so late. So,
How was Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving sucked. Linda called. I didn't pick up. She left 2 nice messages. I still can't talk to her.
My niece threw up all over my orthopedic shoes.
And I refused to go to my mother's. I was alone. Wasn't with anybody.
Sorry.
That would be tough.
Miss my dad. He will make a joke, make it funny.
Linda knows something's wrong. In her messages, she kept asking how I was doing.
Now you don't have to worry about getting new shoes dirty.
I should just call her up. Tell her I'm positive tonight.
Let's talk about something else.
But the thought of it makes me sick. Distract me.
What would you like to talk about?
Sex.
Pills. I need pills. We don't have to start with that.
We don't have to talk about that.
Tell me about your
Tell me
job.
about your job.
Buster?
I waitress at the Sheraton Hotel. Work brings me back to pills, though.
That's great. Women love management.
How so?
So I hear.
I make so much money there. I'm getting closer to that down payment. Just gotta work faster. But all this expensive furniture on my visa. But I'm afraid the Sheraton might fire me. I have to get my act together.
Sounds like you have your act together.
Hardly.
Hardly.
Threw a brick through my manager's windshield. He didn't know it was me.
My dad understood the sex thing.
He keeps making these gross passes at me.
Here we go, the Playboy behind the furnace.
Did you file a complaint?
Your dad sounded cool.
No, I can't risk losing that job.
Who wants to date someone who's dying?
I just told my manager that I hate sex.
I finally met Merle. Didn't know if I wanted to talk about it.
But I don't want to talk about that.
My dad would have gotten a kick out of the story.
My problem is I call into work sick even though I'm fine.
Other than the past 3 months, I was supposed to meet Merle, like 3 times?
I lie around my crappy apartment counting the leaves left on a tree outside my window.
And then when I do meet her,
I got up to 40.
I found out she's 60.
40.
60.
That's getting up there.
Counting leaves? I mean, come on.
Joe didn't know her.
I can tell you're thinking about the windshield.
But you would think it might come up.
I called in sick twice this week. Twice! I was fine.
Dad would say, might have things in common. HIV, arthritis, wheels of fortune.
But hell, last week I worked 5 double shifts.
But that just wasn't a spark.
Till 2 a.m. Barely slept, but I loved it.
You can't be too picky when you're looking for positive women.
What the hell's going on? Don't fixate on the windshield.
So now 55 is my age limit.
My manager deserved it.
Joe thinks the girl at the clinic is a hooker.
I used to break windshields all the time, you know.
He calls her my sex worker.
My nickname was the Brick.
Joe's just giving me a hard time.
And let me tell you something.
She's cute. Seems sort of normal.
Breaking windshields feels better than counting leaves.
I'm sure.
I'm not motivated.
I'm not motivated.
Why do you think that is?
My new
My
T
new
cells
T-cells
suck.
suck.
Lowest ever.
213.
231.
Not as low as Joe, but low.
Sorry.
They're starting me on a cocktail in January.
Started me on a cocktail in January. Could be really bad side effects.
It's gonna make me sick. Nobody's going to know why.
Joe and I will throw up together.
It's going to be harder to go to work.
You need hope to pursue girls.
I need to buy that condo.
I don't know if I have any.
Show Linda I'm not a loser.
God, I, I sound pathetic. Let me get you your check.
Patrick looks through his backpack for the check. First things he takes out is his dad's hunting cap.
But I won't be able to buy it if I don't get off my ass and go to work. The only person calling me is my psycho mother. Her last message, if you don't get your crap out of my house, I'm going to sell it. And she's always singing about Linda. Linda bought a car. Linda's going back to school. Linda's got a boyfriend. If I ever tell Linda the truth, it'll ruin things between us. I'd have to tell her what an idiot I am.
Patrick hands the therapist the check. He holds his dad's hunting cap.
That's your dad's, right?
Patrick puts the hat on.
This counselor in school said I just needed to let people know me better, but it's the opposite with me. The less people know, the more they like me. Linda's a prude. Telling her would be stupid. My life's crap. And I missed the F word. Everything was F-bomb this and F-bomb that. It felt so good, but it was hurting my tips. Now all I can say is crap, which sucks. And it's still hurting my tips. Every time I say crap, my tip gets flushed down the toilet. I hate my life. I hate it.
Could work on things. Find an alternative to the F-bomb.
I got here late, but I need more time. Can I go over?
Sure.
My dad would tell me to keep going after girls.
Could I start coming at this time regular?
That would be great.
It will probably be easier on my elbows, if you know what I mean.
Are there pills to get me to work?
Should I try the girl at the clinic again?
I think so.
End of scene. Act 2, Scene 8. Setting: Infectious Disease Clinic decorated for the holidays. December 1995. At Rise, Patrick is dressed in khakis and a dress shirt. Looks at his watch anxiously. Joe rushes in with a bag. He has a major fungal infection on his jaw.
Thank God you're finally here.
Did she leave already? Did I miss her?
She hasn't been here yet. Where have you been? You're an hour late.
Sorry, I got hijacked.
Hijacked.
My dad was waiting for me outside my apartment.
You're kidding.
I'm not. This is the second time he's found me. I'll have to move again.
What? Why? What did your dad say?
Nothing real. He refuses to acknowledge who I am. Your dad accepted you even though you're a bleeding sex-starved gimp, right?
Right?
God, my dad pisses me off. The Trib has to do a story on us. That's how I want him to finally understand that I'm gay, nice, and public. Why am I doing this? Why? This isn't new information. Every time I do this, I'm letting him win. Looks like I'll be staying with Trudy and Howard Bear after all, at least for a few weeks.
Why? Because your dad found out where you live?
And Trudy's been begging to take care of me when I start the cocktail. She lives right next to the school. Easier to work on the fundraiser. It just makes sense. I finally convinced Trudy to drop gay bingo.
That's good.
We're doing Wizard of Oz bingo instead, which basically is gay bingo, only the straight people don't know it. Liz Winthrop is going to be Dorothy. All the women are really getting into it.
That's great, Joe. What does your dad say that gets to you?
Let's not talk about my dad. You wearing a costume at Trudy's Christmas party Saturday? Trudy said you should invite the sex worker.
She's not a sex worker. Saturday is too soon. Let's stick with the original plan. Invite her to the fundraiser. That gives me time to get to know her before she meets people like my mom. Maybe this is a bad idea.
Relax. We have good karma. I just found out that I have 3 more T cells. I've named them Huey, Dewey, and Lewis. And you look great. What happened? Somebody steal your sweatpants? But you need mousse.
Joe takes mousse out of his back bag and puts it back in Patrick's hair.
I'll start the conversation, but extend yourself. If you see an opportunity, go for it.
Like
Just say something nice about her shoes.
Okay. Your chin doesn't look so bad today.
Yeah, right. I hate to say this, but I have to pluck a few hairs between your eyebrows.
What? No.
It's hard for guys with one eyebrow to get laid. Trust me on this. I have tweezers in my bag.
Marie enters.
And make sure your nose hairs aren't sticking out. Yours do that sometimes.
Joe.
Well, look who's here. Marianne and Lovey.
I was Gilligan.
Marie laughs. He sits. Marie wears a lot of inexpensive jewelry. She plays with her bracelets and rings throughout the scene. Joe and Patrick sit.
I want you to know, last summer, we didn't mean to cause problems for you at work. We did, however, come here today looking for you.
Really? You two looking for a psycho killer?
I like your shoes.
Really?
Yeah, they're cool.
Marie smiles at Patrick.
Yeah, we're working on a project we thought might interest you, and we're developing an HIV prevention program for high school kids.
Are you insinuating that I have HIV? You're right. I do.
Oh, thank God. I mean us too.
We thought you might want to get involved.
Really?
Yeah, when we go to high schools, we want positive people telling their stories. Our long-term goal is to change the world.
Really?
I like your bag too.
Really?
Yeah, matches your shoes. Very cool.
Ooh, we should introduce ourselves. I'm Joe. What's your name?
Marie.
Really?
Really?
Pretty name. My mother's name. His name's Patrick.
Really? I just wanted to say it once too.
Hi.
Hi.
We don't have a young woman on the panel. Interested?
You want me to talk to young, innocent minds about AIDS?
I don't know how innocent they are. They need to be educated.
Tell them sex is just for married straight people.
Is that what you think?
Yeah. Don't you? Actually, just tell them not to lift their skirts for every sailor walking by, and more importantly, not to screw people over.
She'll be great in front of the kids.
Oh, yeah, that's just what I want to do. Sit in front of a bunch of jamooks who all want to know how I got it. That's the only frickin' thing anybody cares about.
We should get a cup of coffee after our appointment. Hang out, talk.
Talk about what?
We're having a fundraiser in a couple of months for the project. It'll be a great party. You should come.
Yeah. I'm not going to be. I'll be at the fundraiser. It'll be fun. Come.
Are you asking me to this fundraiser?
Yes, he is.
I'm flattered. But wait, let me get something straight. You're a something.
Hemophilia. Right.
Right. I saw you limp. Does it hurt?
A ton.
God, I freaking hate pain.
Patrick never complains. He's a stud. A real John Wayne about it.
He's exaggerating.
And that's how you got AIDS. Because you're a hemo, right?
HIV.
Whatever. So, your family, do they know you have it?
Yeah.
And they're cool about it.
Yeah.
When did you get it?
A long time ago when I was a kid. 11.
11? You were 11? You've had AIDS since you were 11?
Patrick nods his head.
God, that is so awful. So freaking awful. Life sucks so bad. I mean, I can't even imagine. That had to be so crappy.
I'm okay.
He's okay, doing well. Why don't you come to the fundraiser?
I don't know. I don't know. Let me get something straight. You don't want to be on the panel in front of everybody, even though you're not a frick up. I mean, screw up, right? Why? Why won't you do it if this thing is so frickin' important? Because you're frickin' smart, that's why. You don't want people knowing, and you shouldn't. Have you told your family that you have AIDS? Do they know?
No and no.
Gee, what a frickin' surprise. Shouldn't be smug. I can't tell my sister. Can't even pick up the phone to say hi. Why does my life always have to suck?
Because you have HIV.
That's probably it.
So, this is really a good cause. You should come to the fundraiser.
I got a lot on my plate. It's nice you want to help, especially since you're not a frick screw up.
Hey, I am not a frick up. All I did was have anal sex.
Joe!
What? Sorry. Does it bother you if I talk about having anal sex?
It doesn't bother me.
Joe.
See, she said it doesn't bother her if I talk about having anal sex.
Stop saying that. That's why we're here.
You two are cute together. I guess I'm the only real frick up.
I'm no saint. Yeah, I have my stories. I got totally loaded at a Super Bowl party, and the rest is history.
A Super Bowl. The Super Bowl party? Is that where you got it?
See? Even he wants to know exactly how and when you got it. How?
No, I don't. I don't care really. I mean, I wish I had a story like his. I mean, not anal sex stories, uh, but stories that have sex with women. I mean, I'm sounding like an idiot, which I am, Maria. I'm just trying to say that you're not a screw up. I mean, it's not like you did like you're a heroin addict or anything or something.
Marie, Dr. Stengel will see you now.
Marie, call us. We should all hang out. Arlene's got my number.
Oh, delightful. Now I'm your answering service.
Thanks. But I'm all booked up. And for the record, I shot heroin for a year. So don't tell me I'm not a screw up.
Marie exits. End of scene. Act 2, Scene 9. Setting: Trudy's kitchen. December 1995. At Rise, Trudy is throwing her annual lavish Christmas party. Helen is a little tipsy and dressed as Santa, has her pulled down her beard so she can eat Christmas cookies continuously. Trudy, also tipsy, enters with a drink. She is dressed as a very sexy Mrs. Claus, a la Marilyn Monroe. Fun party noises comes from off stage. Trudy is talking to someone off stage.
Who do you think I am? I'm Mrs. Claus. Oprah gave me a makeover.
We love Oprah.
Liz Winthrop, you are an adorable reindeer.
Trudy is fully now in the kitchen talking with Helen.
No reindeer with an ass that big would ever get off the ground.
Trudy, finish me telling me about this morning's board meeting.
I'm sorry. Joan Riley has obviously been lobbying Liz because Liz did a 180-degree turnaround. Liz stood up and, addressing the whole room, said, "Well, we simply have to make the switch. We have someone in our own backyard suffering terribly. A completely innocent victim." Then, like a dare, she said, "Can anyone disagree?" No one said a word. The room was silent. I feel so guilty, especially about Patrick. I almost wish I could tell everyone about him.
Oh, don't. I thought this would happen. It's why I've been staying away from board meetings. I was afraid everyone would figure out Patrick has HIV.
Joe enters carrying a tray of glasses. He's perspiring.
There's my Prince Charming Joe. You are the most fabulous bartender. Everyone is wasted.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
But you're a guest, not the hired help. Stop working.
Trudy goes to him and caresses his head.
You're petting me. Look at you in that dress. You would make the most fabulous gay man.
Wouldn't I? And I would be so smitten with you. Your chin's looking better.
Nice try. I think some of the ladies on the board are starting to figure out what's up with me.
I'm so glad you finally agreed to stay with us. It only makes sense starting that awful drug cocktail. I'm going to take such good care of you. We need to talk about other things too. But first, let me give you your Christmas present.
Trudy pulls out a present.
I should go.
Don't leave.
You don't have to get me a Christmas present.
I have to find Patrick. The Burns offered us a ride home.
Don't leave.
I have to. I'm tired, fat, hairy. Menopause is just around the corner. Might as well get used to it. You've heard of gaining the freshman 15? I'm working on the funeral 50. Joe, that cocktail you made me was delicious.
Want a quick one for the road?
No, okay. Father Ryan's been overserved again, and he offered me another ride home.
Oh no. Remember last year? Helen, you have not stopped eating since you got here.
If I don't eat, I smoke. I'm stuck in the oral phase.
Here, one cigarette is not going to kill you.
You carry them around too? Oh, no. No, I promised Patrick.
Helen, they're menthol. That means cancer-free.
Helen takes a cigarette from Trudy. Patrick enters as Helen is about to light up.
Freeze!
Patrick grabs a cigarette.
I don't need both of my parents dying from lung cancer.
It's my fault. I corrupted her. How's your elbow? Is it still sore?
Not bad. I'm weak. It's part of my costume. I'm from the island of Mischief Toys.
Cute. Is that an MTV thing?
No, Mom. Father Ryan, he would give us a ride home.
Okay. What happened with Father Ryan last year?
Well, last year he took a real shine to my wassail, if you know what I mean. And when he was pulling out of the driveway, he lost his way and ran right over my nativity scene. Splat.
He jumped out of the car, tried to fix it.
I can still see him trying to screw on the baby Jesus' head with the Virgin Mary stuck between his legs.
Come on. Okay, Lucy and Ethel, break it up. Time to go.
I'll distract Father Ryan so you two can split out.
Good night, Joe. Thanks for the yummy cocktails.
I'll call you tomorrow.
Patrick, Helen, and Trudy exit. Joe starts to create a champagne toast, but he is tired. Coach Riley enters. He's wearing a long winter coat.
Hi.
Hi.
Didn't know you were here.
Just got here. Heard you were serving up the Christmas cheer.
Well, allow me to make you a water under the bridge drink. What would you like?
Scotch and soda. Thanks.
Scotch and soda it is.
Joe turns to make a drink. Coach Riley takes off his coat. He's wearing a white sweatshirt and white pants with big red stripes around them.
I thought about wearing a costume, but then I figured costumes were for sissies.
Joe turns around and sees Coach Riley's costumes.
I'm a candy cane. My wife's idea.
Your wife is a lucky woman. I'm glad you're here. I've wanted to talk to you. I know you're terrific with the kids. If you ask around, I think you'll find people will say the same about me. I hope when we run into each other at work, we can be professional.
I'm a professional. You can count on it. I have seen that you're good with the kids. I may have gone overboard a little last summer. My wife helped me see that.
Joe hands the coach his drink.
Water under the bridge. Cheers.
Cheers.
They both drink. Long pause.
It seems like you and Patrick have become good buddies.
We hang out.
Was good friends with his dad. His dad confided in me. I was the only pallbearer who knew Patrick's positive. Patrick's a good kid. Unbelievable what he has to deal with. Nobody wants to see him get hurt.
I'm not going to hurt Patrick.
Glad to hear it. But this prevention thing you've got going, I don't know if it's in Patrick's best interest to be so public about his stuff. His dad thought it would be better to keep a low profile.
Patrick's not going to be public. I'm the front man.
You and Patrick must have something in common. I know what Patrick has to deal with. I'm assuming. Do you have it too?
What? Do I have AIDS? Is that what you're asking? Is it? Yeah, I have AIDS.
Wow. I'm sorry. I'm really very sorry for you.
Don't be. It's not your problem.
Still, I feel bad for you.
Well, don't. I'm fine. I feel fine. Let's drop it.
In health class, I don't spend a lot of time on it. Nobody around here has it except for Patrick. I don't really count. I'll drop it. Thanks for the drink. And don't worry, I won't tell anyone.
Coach Riley exits. Trudy enters.
What did he want? What are you doing?
Getting the Winthrops drinks. I really want to thank them.
I don't want you serving those people.
What are you doing?
Open your present. Don't make me throw a tantrum.
Well, I want to thank people before they leave.
Open it. It's a check for $10,000.
$10,000? Trudy, I don't know what to say.
All for you, whatever you want.
What a great start to the fundraising. You're so generous.
Not really. Remember last summer when Coach Riley was such a jerk to you? Do you know why he was such a jerk?
Because he's a jerk?
No. It was something else. His 7-year-old niece, Maggie, had just been diagnosed with leukemia. Isn't that awful?
Yeah, it is. I heard about that.
Maggie has gotten worse. It's so sad. Coach Riley's mother, Joan, is a very dear friend of mine. She's devastated, of course, as anyone would be. She's done so much for me, for everyone. She can be very influential. This morning, the ladies, they decided the fundraiser has to be for leukemia this year.
What?
Just this morning, I was outvoted.
But we're all set. I've done all the work, collected all the prizes. You can't change now.
We have to. You can see someone in their own backyard has this problem. So
I'm in your house. This is because of Coach Riley, isn't it?
no, Coach Riley doesn't even know about it yet. It was the women. They decided. It's their decision.
I have to do this now. Do you understand me right now? Do leukemia next year.
I can't. Maybe this happened for a reason. You're exhausting yourself. You're sick, but you won't admit it.
I admit it. I'm sick. I'm deathly ill. Why the hell do you think I'm doing this?
What's the point if you won't even be? The most important thing is to keep you safe.
No, safety is what's most important to you. Let's throw our own fundraiser. I'll do all the work. You bring in the people. Okay? Come on, help me. You're not going to do it, are you? Ever.
These people have never really accepted me. They'll never get behind it.
But if we try, if we at least take a stand.
If it's not going to happen, then what's the point?
Bullshit. That's bullshit. Don't tell me you don't see the point. I'm asking you to stand by me. You just want to protect your cozy little life. Afraid your friends will find out your sympathy.
Upside down because you feel guilty about something you did 6 years ago. You shouldn't feel guilty. We need to concentrate on your health. When you move in here, we can...
I'm not moving in here. Not now.
Don't be like this, please. Please don't be like this.
You think I deserve this? Don't you? You think I deserve this?
No, I...
Joe looks for his coat. Trudy apologizes over and over again. Joe ignores her.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
She does this until Joe gets his coat. She grabs his arm for one last "I'm sorry." Joe rips away.
I cannot change the way people feel.
Joe leaves the check. Joe exits.
Wait, take the check. At least take the check.
End of scene. Act 2, Scene 10. Setting, Joe's apartment, 1 a.m. The evening of the Christmas party. December 1995. At Rise, Joe, out of breath, stands in his dark apartment with a baseball bat. Patrick and Helen are heard off stage. Patrick knocks, calls for Joe. Joe goes into the bedroom. Patrick and Helen enter. They are still in costume.
Joe, are you here?
We shouldn't go into Joe's apartment. He's not here.
Call the women's board tomorrow. Tell them I have HIV and they'll have to do it for me.
I'm not calling anyone. Let's go home.
You drove me because of my arm. You've done your job. You can go home.
I'm not leaving you here at 1 o'clock in the morning. Why am I even having a conversation with you at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Because you didn't have to tell me Joe was getting screwed over until midnight.
This is not my fault. The women made their decision.
Did you try and change their minds? I'm starting to get angry. Aren't you angry?
Who do you want me to be angry at?
I don't know. The women's board, everybody?
You want me to be angry at everybody?
Yes. Yes. Why aren't you angry? I'm sick and tired of keeping the family secret. We got to tell them I have HIV. It might change their minds.
It won't. We are not telling anyone. You don't need the problems. I don't need the problems. You know that family in Florida had their house burned down?
Nobody's going to burn down our house.
You don't know what people will do or say. You want a job? You want to meet a nice girl someday? We're keeping it quiet.
Helen takes a cigarette and matches out of her pocket.
And I am having a cigarette and I don't want to hear about it.
I ruined his dream.
You're not responsible for Joe's crazy dreams. And as much as I like him, Joe's battles are not your battles. He got himself into trouble because of his own poor behavior.
I wish I've gotten it from poor behavior. At least then I wouldn't have to. At least I would have had a life.
But you didn't, did you? You got it because someone with lewd or reckless behavior donated blood, probably for money.
If you care about me, you try and think of a way to help me.
If I care about you, please stop pushing. Just Stop pushing. All I do is try and think of ways to help you. But your father is dead, and I have other things to deal with too. I am not going to alienate everyone we know, even for you. I try. I do the best I can, but I cannot be expected to save the entire world. I'm going to have to let that one go. I have to take care of you, the family, and me. And believe me, that's enough. Shit.
Incredibly frustrated, she's unable to light a match. Helen throws the matches to the floor. Patrick picks up the matches and lights his mother's cigarette.
I'm sorry. Let's stop this nonsense and go home.
I have to wait here for Joe. We have stuff to do.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning. What do you have to do?
We usually go get hookers and heroin at 1 o'clock.
Let's go home.
Helen and Patrick exit.
I'm going to leave him a note. You can wait in the car?
Patrick enters alone. Joe steps from the shadows, holding a bag and a baseball hat. Patrick.
Oh my God. You scared me.
No reason to be scared of me.
Are you okay?
I feel great.
Really? I just found out about the fundraiser. I'm sorry. You must be pissed.
Forget it.
Where have you been?
School.
Why do you have that bat?
I have done the most satisfying thing.
What did you do?
I took this bat and went nuts.
What does that mean?
The trophy case in the hallway, I totaled it. It was so awesome. It made so much noise. Glass, trophies, mirrors everywhere. I was there for an hour. Nobody came. Nobody tried to stop my lewd and reckless behavior. They're such stupid morons. It was so easy. Then I got out my adolescent spray paint and wrote, "You kids are going to get AIDS too." Most satisfying sentence I've ever written.
What were you thinking? They'll arrest you.
Why do you think this bag is packed?
Where are you going?
New York. I feel like I could fly there. I'm so proud.
You're
pumped.
pumped?
I'm so pumped.
Why so pumped?
I'm pumped because I finally took action. You would understand that. You wait for other people to make it okay for you.
What are you talking about?
My battles are not your battles, Patrick. I wasn't going to wait for permission. I wanted to help people. I took action. What I did is going to help at least one kid. And that's enough. Patrick, I'm sorry, but I got to get out of here.
You can't go. You're sick.
I was yesterday and I will be tomorrow. It's all going to come crashing down one day, but now I've done something, so it's okay.
But we're starting the cocktail. You can't go. This could be it.
The latest miracle cure, like interferon or interleukin.
The cocktail could be different. It could give us another 10 years.
10 more years of being treated like shit? A pill isn't going to make me feel better. What I did tonight made me feel better. Take care of yourself. I hope you get laid.
A car horn is heard off stage.
And give my love to your mother.
Joe exits. Patrick is alone. End of scene. Act 2, Scene 11. Setting: patio outside hospital cafeteria, April 1996. Noon. At Rise, patio table, 2 chairs. Marie enters. She has a cast on her wrist and is taking snapshots. She also carries a cappuccino.
First nice day of spring. I love it. Ow! Hey, Mr. Construction Worker, smile.
Marie takes his picture. Marie takes a couple of pictures of the audience members and talks to them boisterously like they're on the patio too. She sits on a chair, falls off, laughs loudly, sits in chair.
Over here.
Patrick enters and sits.
Thanks for getting coffee with me.
Sure. You're drinking Hawaiian punch.
Yeah, I don't drink coffee, but it seems like that's what you say when you want to talk to somebody.
I got a red eye. 2 shots of espresso. What did you want to talk about?
Just checking in, and seeing how you're doing.
Now that I'm on lots of happy pills, life ain't so bad.
Oh, good. What's with the camera?
I'm going to heaven. I want to remember what hell looks like.
What does that mean? Are you okay?
I'm feeling great.
Good. Then what happened to your wrist?
You really want to know?
I think so.
Convention of engineers at the Sheraton. This bozo asked me out. At the end of the night, he wouldn't take no for an answer. I ripped away. Got a hairline fracture.
That's awful.
My own fault. I could tell he was bad news. But I wanted to hang out with someone. Celebrate the drug cocktails. Beggars can't be choosers. Are you on the drug cocktail?
Yeah.
Isn't it awesome?
Incredible.
My T cells have gone up 500. My viral load is gone. They're miracle drugs.
To protest inhibitors, any idea what they do?
Not a clue. Look, let me tell you something. You don't want me. In case you couldn't tell, I'm a total screw up. Are you a virgin?
What?
You heard me. You don't have to answer.
Yeah, I am.
Wow, that was ballsy. I don't know you very well, Patrick, but you appear to have balls. Great big balls.
Thanks.
Just asking me for coffee was brave. Oh God, but that puts all this pressure on me. I like you, but I can't. I can't just, you know.
Oh, God, no. I mean, I don't really expect that you would want to, this is embarrassing. So what else is going on? Ever call your sister?
I can't believe you just asked me that.
Changing the subject. A few months ago, you seemed like you wanted to.
I didn't call her. Didn't have to. She came to me 2 days ago, just showed up at work out of the blue, waiting for me to get off work.
Wow, how was it?
Hard.
I bet. What happened? Do you mind me asking?
No. Basically, she cornered me, told me I had to tell her what was wrong. She wore me down. So I told her everything. How I got it, everything.
Wow. And
And she was incredible. Freaking incredible. Gave me this big hug. Said it would be okay. That she wanted to help. I couldn't believe it. Life doesn't always suck. Who knew?
that's great.
Yeah. She wants me to move out to San Fran with her. It's so freaking beautiful. Nobody knows me there. It's going to be awesome.
Uh, that's great. When are you going?
Soon. I can't believe it. My new big dream. We need big dreams. What's yours?
Um,
I mean, what's your other big dream?
I'm thinking about going to grad school.
Grad school. Wow. Isn't that expensive?
Yeah, but I live with my mom. So
You still live with your mom? That's so cool. My mom's a freaking sociopath.
so you want to go to a movie this weekend?
Patrick, I told you.
Just friends. No pressure?
You want to be friends? Just friends? With me?
If that's all you're offering.
Why?
You're the only positive person I know.
What about your friend? Your right-hand man, Joe?
We haven't talked in months. I let him down. The prevention project fell apart. He left town.
What happened?
Joe did all this work. Then this woman decided that to do something else. Leukemia.
The cocktail helped some things, but not everything. Still, you two should make up.
I drop by his place sometimes, see if he's back. Last week I saw a light on.
You gotta see him. Call him.
You think I should?
You were best friends.
I don't think he wants to see me.
Before my sister moved to San Fran, we got this freaking big fight. Best friends, then boom, totally over. She'd call, I wouldn't pick up. Now I'm moving to San Francisco. Call him. You only have one life to live.
Do you watch One Life to Live?
Call him.
On one condition. Go with me to the movies this weekend. Just friends.
Oh, God. Fine. Patrick, I gotta tell you, sex really isn't that big a deal. All it does is ruin things. There are so many other things. Why are you so fixated?
I may never have a wife or kids or a career of much of a life, but I want to have that one experience. It's my line in the sand.
With the cocktail, those other things might happen. Especially for you, because you don't have to hide how you got it. My doc thinks we should get at least another 10 years.
That's what I told Joe. Maybe the cocktail doesn't work for everyone.
Freaking pessimist. You gotta dream bigger. Looks like I gotta start paying my visa bill.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Let me get a shot of you.
Marie gets out her camera.
Put you on my wall in San Fran. One of the hotter things in hell.
Looking through the lens.
You want to know why I shot heroin?
No. Why do you say freaks so much?
Marie comes out from behind the camera.
You got a freaking problem with it?
No, just curious.
I'm a steam engine. I need to release pressure on a steady basis. At least that's what my therapist says. Surprise! I have a therapist.
Me too.
Marie looks through the lens again, like the camera is a mask.
I shot heroin for my boyfriend, Jesse. Then I liked it. Helped with my manic depression. Didn't feel so high or low anymore. Just nice.
Patrick nods.
Do you watch One Life to Live?
Patrick nods.
Freaking dork.
Marie snaps a shot of him. A flash goes off. End of scene. Act 2, Scene 12. Setting, Joe's apartment. Noon, April 1996. At Rise, Joe sits with his baseball glove. Patrick enters.
The door was open, so I came in. Did you get The message I was coming over?
Is it still raining?
It hasn't been raining.
Bad driving when it rains and freezes.
Have you been? Are you okay?
What time is it?
12.
12. Where's mom?
My mom? Lunch with Trudy?
Lunch? Tim, is it 12 midnight or 12 noon?
Why won't you look at me?
I can't see.
What do you mean you can't see?
I can't see. It's all dark.
I knew this would happen. How long have you been this way?
I don't know.
I'm calling an ambulance.
Don't. I don't want to go to the hospital.
Why?
They'll tell Dad.
I have to call an ambulance.
Don't, Tim. I don't want Dad to know.
Joe, I'm not your brother. Tim, I'm Patrick. I'll make sure no one tells your dad.
Patrick dials 911.
Yeah, my friend has AIDS and he lost his vision. I'm in need of an ambulance. 946 South Smith Chicane, apartment D. Hurry.
Slams the phone down.
Did you just break the phone?
No.
Patrick goes to Joe.
You said it stopped raining?
Yes.
It's 12?
Yes.
Then why isn't mom home? She's not at the pub. She's not coming home. Is she, Tim?
No. And I'm Patrick. From the clinic. Remember me? Virgin with a limp?
Patrick. It's good to hear your voice. How are you?
Forgot about me?
No. Talk. Please.
Joe reaches out a hand to hold Patrick's hand.
I don't know what to say.
What's new?
New? I'm applying to grad school.
Grad school. You're turning into Captain Hemo.
Thanks to you, Dr. Frankenstein. Let me give you something for your head.
It's okay. I have my own thing. Me and mom at the beach. When I was a kid, I was always bugging her to take me to the beach to watch the sunrise. When I was 11, I didn't make the all-star team. I was devastated. Mom woke me up at 5 and we drove to the lake. We sat in the lifeguard chair. She held my hand and we watched. Brilliant colors everywhere. After that, when I got depressed, we'd always go. When it was windy, she tried to protect me from the ashes of her cigarette. She didn't want them blowing into my eyes.
Sirens are heard in the distance. End of scene. Act 2, Scene 3. Setting: Joe's apartment, April 1996, 4 p.m. At Rise, Patrick sits at the table. He stares at a book. Marie enters still wearing her cast. She carries boxes in her red eye coffee. Joe's stuff has been put into boxes with several items on display.
He'll be here soon. Thought you were leaving.
Patrick shakes his head no.
Got you a Hawaiian punch just in case.
Marie gives it to him.
Want to see another movie tonight?
Patrick shrugs.
I got another postcard from Linda today.
I can't believe you got Joe's dad boxes. He shouldn't get any of his stuff.
Okay, you know what? You can't frickin' stay.
I don't want you being so nice to this guy.
This man has had a hard time.
He's had a hard time. Joe's had a horrific fungal infection in his brain. His dad has dealt with nothing.
He's his family. It's like me and my sister. But you wouldn't understand because you live in frickin' Brady Bunch land. I really think I'm helping.
Joe's dad is the reason that this happened. It has to be the reason Joe blew off the cocktail, blew off his life.
Joe's a pretty big part of it too. We're all responsible for ourselves. And let's face it, this isn't the first time Joe hasn't taken perfect care of himself.
Perfect care? Pretty high standards.
Pretty tough world. Maybe Joe and his dad can have a second chance.
Just cut him off. How could you set up a reunion without Joe's consent?
To have that connection can mean more than freaking anything.
We're not telling him where Joe is.
It's his father. He almost freaking died.
Joe doesn't want to see him. He's permanently disabled.
You don't know he's permanently disabled.
He shakes. His motor skills lack. His skills suck.
His freaking sight came back. That proves anything's possible. He's on the cocktail now. He'll get better.
Then why does he have to live with Lewis? Why are you breaking down his apartment?
Joe's glass is half full. Got it? Half full. That's what we have to tell him. That's what we have to tell ourselves.
A buzzer goes off, letting them know someone is downstairs.
That's him.
I'm telling him to go to hell.
Give him a chance.
Did you tell him Joe has AIDS?
Marie presses the buzzer for the downstairs door.
I told him he has a weak immune system like 10 times.
I might hit him. I might have to hit him.
You can't hit him. You're a hemo.
If he asks to see Joe, I'm telling him to go to hell.
Don't. I want you to be nice. Do you hear me? Freaking nice.
There is a knock at the door. Marie physically puts him in a chair.
Coming.
Marie opens the door to the apartment.
Hi. Come on in.
Fallon enters.
Hi, I'm Mike Fallon.
I'm Marie.
Hi.
Fallon goes to shake Patrick's hand.
Nice to meet you.
Patrick does not shake Fallon's hand. Fallon turns to Marie.
Thank you for letting me look at all this. It's very kind.
No problem. I got you some boxes. Put in anything you want. There's no room where Joe's staying. I can tell some of it's sentimental. We don't want to sell that.
Thank you. I had to come meet you. I'm so grateful you told me about Joe being sick. Thank God he's out of the hospital. That's got to be a good sign.
It is. It's a great sign. You're his family. Family needs to know these things.
You're a nice girl. It was good of you to call. Joe probably didn't want you to. I figured she didn't want you to call. That's why it's extra nice you called. I hope you don't mind me asking, but are you and Joe, are you dating?
No, we're not.
Marie doesn't know Joe. Joe doesn't know she called.
Oh, I figured as much. Then it's extra nice you called. I hope you don't mind me asking, but are you and Joe, are
You
you?
can't be serious. This is exactly why he didn't want Joe to.
Patrick's a hemophiliac! Yeah, big old hemo. Bleeds all over the place. Bleeds on the chair, the couch, the rug. Bleeds everywhere.
I do not.
Must be rough.
Maria doesn't know Joe. I know Joe, and I know that
I'm a heroin addict!
he's a recovering IV drug user.
Once a heroin addict, always a heroin addict. I still put heroin addict on my taxes. Just kidding. That's part of my recovery. Honesty and bad jokes. This is really the majority of his stuff over there.
Fallon picks up the suede jacket Joe was wearing in the first scene of the play.
This is my jacket. Bought it with my first American paycheck. Can't believe you kept it. Offered him anything he wanted once. This is what he wanted. You know, he played baseball. Pitcher, MVP, sophomore, junior, senior year, in Pee Wee League. I joked with him that if he ever pitched a no-hitter, I'd give him anything he wanted. Be careful what you say to your kids. They'd remember. Should have known if we supported him, he'd do it. He was that kind of kid. His junior year, he had been pitching well. His team was already in the playoffs, and it was the last regular season game. If they won, they'd clinch home field advantage. Do you want to hear this? I don't usually get to tell this story to people who actually know Joe. I think Joe used my promise to motivate himself. One warm May night, he was 1 out away from his no-hitter. I couldn't breathe, but Joe had real concentration. All we had left was the fat catcher. Everybody was clapping. We could feel it. The poor catcher knew it too. His red-faced father was screaming that if he didn't get a piece of that ball, he was going to kick his lard ass all the way home. Something what some parents will say. Joe Hard looked at me. Knew he'd do something. His first pitch, he brought his arm back, tossed the ball casually, like he was playing catch in our backyard. A lovely, gentle arc. Oh, that fat kid smacked it into left field, got to first. We were stunned. Then Joe struck out their best hitter. It was something. Everybody rushed the mound, carried him off, got ice cream on the way home. Whole family sat under the Chinese lanterns on the patio eating it. Joe said, "Well, Dad, I didn't get that no-hitter." I said, "No, you did something more important. You deserve a reward." Jokingly, I said, "A car?" "No." "I'll mow the lawn," I said. "No." Then he said, "How about that suede jacket?" What could I say? He ran upstairs, put it on. I can still see Marie fixing the collar, her hand on the back of his head, both of them looking at me, smiling. That night, we were perfect. Did you ever see him wear this?
Fallon looks to Marie, who shakes her head no. Then to Patrick, who is looking down. Patrick won't look at Fallon.
No, I should get going. I'll leave the jacket. I would have gone to the hospital if I had known. You know that, right?
Yes.
Fallon edges towards the door.
I would like to see him. Would he call me?
To call him.
Yes, you could. He's staying at his old boyfriend's place. I'll give you the phone number.
Marie writes down the number.
Lewis is a great guy. The best.
Who am I kidding? Joe hates it when I look him up. He moves, he hides. I better let him call me.
You should have his number.
Patrick extends his hand.
It was nice to meet you. My name is Patrick O'Donnell.
As he and Fallon shake hands.
I'm HIV positive.
Me too.
Joe has AIDS. He's going to need all the help he can get.
Here's the number.
Marie gives Fallon the number.
We all do the best we can, right?
Marie gives him a gentle hug.
Take care of yourselves.
Fallon exits.
How freaking sad. Thank you.
What does it matter?
Patrick sits.
It matters a ton. A freaking ton. What can I do for you?
Now I moved to California.
I have to move to California.
I know. Are you gonna date in California?
Not till they come up with a pill that takes the shame away. What's the book?
And the band played on. It's a history book. I'm gonna be a teacher and a very public HIV positive history teacher.
Marie rubs Patrick's shoulders.
You'll be a great teacher. I always sort of wanted to be a teacher, but I never frickin' finished high school, so I can't be like a regular teacher. I could teach something else, though, maybe. Something more hands-on.
Marie starts to kiss Patrick's neck.
Maria, Maria, you don't have to do this.
I want to.
Don't do this out of pity.
I don't do things out of pity. I'm doing this for me. You're brave. I'm lucky you're interested. What? Are you not attracted to me anymore?
No, it's just
They kiss.
I
Shut up. Not a word. Not one word. Come on. Take your pants off. You have to be faster.
I have to take my ankle braces off.
Come on.
Marie shuffles him to a chair and sits him down.
Ow. Ignore me. Ignore me.
Marie kisses him, then stops.
You wouldn't have a condom, would you?
In my wallet for 10 years.
Joe has some in the bedroom. Think he'd mind?
He'll be thrilled.
I'll go get one.
Marie starts to exit to the bedroom.
I thought this was just for married people, straight people.
Two out of freaking 3 ain't bad.
Scene ends. Act 2. Epilogue. Setting. Patrick's therapist. November 2004. 6 p.m. At Rise, Patrick stands at the end of scene 13. Therapist number 2 wheels in a wheelchair. Patrick sits in the wheelchair. Therapist 2 sits.
Well, I did it. It took a long time, but I finally did it.
Well, what a relief. Bet you're glad that's off your chest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just rolled right up to her and I popped the question.
I'm proud of you.
I figured I had to. World AIDS Day is right around the corner.
Don't make me wait. What did she say?
She said yes.
She did? That's wonderful.
I know. I kind of can't believe it. Now I have to go through with it.
You will. You've been waiting 10 years.
Has it been that long? Must be. Sister Cheryl hired me 5 years ago. St. Benedict's is finally going to get a safe sex seminar.
Phenomenal. It's great. She's such a progressive principal.
We'll see if it's great for her. It has to be at night in the cafeteria.
Still, what's the title?
Abstinence Plus. How to keep your bodily fluids to yourself. Me and the most charming. Every teenager needs to be accompanied by a parent. The parent loved the condoms, dental dams, and saran wrap.
A little something for everyone. Was it a tough sell?
Not after I explained how I had to doctor it in sexual frustration. She laughed.
Have you written your presentation?
Not a word.
You'll find the words.
I want to say something like, it's great you abstain from sex until you're old enough to get married. When you finish grad school, have your own car, condo, TV, TiVo. But for some good reason, if you have sex before, then you gotta have diet sex. It's good for you, and there's no aftertaste.
Patrick takes out his pill box.
Are you going to personalize it anyway?
Probably should.
Patrick takes out a bottle of water from his backpack.
What would
I
it
tell
say?
them,
Oh,
I tell them I'm dying. That they're dying. Every breath is one less than we'll eventually take. We're human.
Patrick starts to take the pills one by one.
If you're not malice, you deserve a kind word and whatever support is available. Would you like a cocktail? I have Crixine, Zagine, and Sativa.
I'm trying to get back. How are the new meds?
Better this week. Not so nauseous. My liver enzymes are a little better.
Good. Hopefully these new drugs won't make you bleed so much.
That's the plan.
Patrick takes the last pill.
I should remind them the war's not over. No reason for couples to be kissing in Times Square.
No.
Supposedly it's better if I stay hydrated. Cheers.
With effort, Patrick downs the rest of the water in the bottle.
Cheers.
Fade out. End of play.